Peace, my beautiful souls. So I just wanted to come talk a little bit. These past few days, I've been realizing like how much pain I still have harbored in my heart space, my heart chakra, from like so many different things throughout my life that I've like, I guess like not really, I don't know how to call it. Like, I guess I belittled it or downplayed it, I should say. And I talked about this in one of my videos recently about how we tend to downplay like our traumas or things that we've been through and stuff like that. And I just wanted to come talk about it and like how it's like hard, like learning how to, I guess, not necessarily comfort yourself, but that part is hard too, like learning how to comfort yourself, especially if you've been like, if you've grown up in a way that there wasn't a lot of comforting for like your emotions and stuff, and you got told a lot, like me, like I cried a lot. Like I got told that I was too sensitive or crybaby and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess it is that part, like learning how to comfort ourselves through our like the things that hurt our feelings, you know. And it doesn't have to be something like that's huge, and something that's big to you can be something that's big or small to somebody else, you know. But learning how to accept the fact that everybody doesn't react to things the same way, and that you are still worthy of like your feelings being comforted, your feelings being nurtured and paid attention to and stuff like that. And I'm still like learning how to do that, especially with things that I have now deemed to be like small things, even though I can remember like those specific moments and it didn't feel small to me. Like it felt like something big, but it didn't get like, it got disregarded, you know. So now trying to like go back and heal those things. And I've noticed that like I have a big, like bigger than I thought of a block in my heart chakra. And this week my girlfriend and I are currently like working on our heart chakra, and I can feel that like I'm like still with a block there, like even to try to go heal it, because I've been realizing like I don't want to feel that pain and stuff. Like a part of me doesn't want to feel that pain, because you know my higher self and the self I'm trying to embody, which is my highest self, like knows that I'm gonna be okay. Like I can feel that pain, like it's fine for me to feel that pain and stuff like that too. But I told you guys too, like our shadows and like our egos are kind of like trying to push through right now, because we're in the middle of a major shift and stuff. So I can feel like my ego trying to like not allow me to dig deep in that stuff too. So I just wanted to come talk about it, because I know that I'm sure I'm not the only one like going through that. So like I just wanted to let you know, if you are going through that, like you're not alone, and it's okay to dig deep. Like we have to allow ourselves to feel the pain, feel those feelings and stuff like that, those emotions that we've suppressed, because they just end up manifesting in a whole bunch of other ways. A lot of times it manifests like as anger, and I had and still am working through like how to respond to my anger. I've gotten a lot better. Like I used to be really angry, which was me really just being sad, but the way that manifested was anger, because I suppressed allowing myself to cry, allowing myself to, you know, feel those feelings and stuff. And even then I didn't know how to like work with those feelings. I didn't know how to heal those feelings and stuff too. Like I said, it's a journey. It's you have to learn, especially if we weren't taught that as little Ren, like how to properly soothe ourselves and, you know, allow ourselves to process those feelings and stuff. For me, I grew up around a lot of anger and yelling and stuff, and that ended up manifesting within myself too. Like I said, I was very angry and I did not respond to it well at all and stuff like that. And I can feel a lot of that like coming up and stuff like that. And in reality, it's just like I said, I have a lot of pain that I still haven't worked through and stuff like that. And it's a lot. Like even this whole past year, a little bit over a year now, so many things have happened, like so much change in my life. And I know that I haven't fully processed all of that either, because if I would, like, when I do it, I know it's going to be painful, you know, because there was a lot of separations, a lot of, and I'm saying that word because I don't want to say losses, but I had like a couple deaths in my family of like, and one of them, I know I posted it with y'all, but one of them was, like my grandma, and she was a big part of my life. She was like literally my second mom. And the way that I view death now as just a transition and not just a death, like I know that people just don't die, like our souls don't die, but our physical body is. I never really allowed myself to really grieve that part of it, like the fact that she's physically not here, although I know I can still speak to her. I know that she's still here spiritually, but I kind of like put up that block, and I realized like I have to find a healthy balance between my highest self and my human self. I still need to let like my human self process all of those feelings, although my highest self knows, like we never die, like, and I know that I'm going to be okay, like I know that I'm fine, but she was, like I said, a huge part of my life for my entire life and stuff like that. And like, yeah, like I think, well, I know, I'm trying to stop saying I think, and I'm trying to stop saying I don't know. And I know like a big part of it is just, it's scary to me to let myself feel all of that, because I also know like we didn't end, like our last conversation wasn't like such a great conversation. So that part makes me super sad too, to think about the fact that like I don't even remember the last time I had like we were on good terms, because the whole year of me like transitioning into my like spiritual side, like embodying my spirituality, embodying my journey of self-love and my spiritual awakening and stuff like that, it caused a big rift within me and the closest people in my family, not just my grandma, but it was like huge, like everybody I was close to, like it was a big separation, and I didn't, like I said, I haven't let myself like process all of that, grieve all of that either. I've talked about it briefly like with you guys, and there are moments that I had let myself like feel it a little bit, but not completely, because it was hard for me. It is hard for me, like things are still not the same. I'm repairing relationships and stuff like that, but it's not the same how it used to be, and it makes me sad, but I'm also super grateful for it, because had those things not happened, like had those changes not happened, I would still be the same person I was last year or a few months ago even, and just taking certain things or suppressing my voice, suppressing my emotions out of fear of not having those relationships. And I am very like grateful for that, like, but we do really have to like let ourselves dive deep into our feelings, even if it hurts. The pain is only temporary, and the pain is just there to show us like things that we need to heal further, heal deeper, and comfort ourselves. And that's still teaching us to learn to like love ourselves. But I think like I've realized my biggest struggle with all of that is literally finding the balance between like my newfound spirituality, my highest self, and once again my human self, because literally we have to like, we know that we are primordial beings, right? We know we are more than just our human selves, but we still are having this human experience right now for a reason. And like I said, one of the biggest reasons is for us to feel like those other feelings that we don't feel in our just spiritual state, like our being, our very being, because our very being is everything, is the all-knowing and stuff like that. So we come here to experience all of that stuff. We come here and we can't experience the high vibrational things without allowing ourselves to also feel and process the other things, So finding that balance with allowing myself to feel everything and not just telling myself like, oh, I know this is a part of the journey, like this is normal. Like I end up with doing that, I end up like taking away from my own experience by just solely trying to like tell myself, okay, like you don't have to cry, like, but I don't even tell myself I don't have to cry, but I don't know how to explain what it is that I do, but it's like I just override that and kind of try to skip to where I'm just okay, if you get what I'm saying, and I'm not letting myself like overthink to the point that I'm not even letting myself think and feel those things, what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so finding that balance, I'm gonna have to be a lot more like intentional with it, because I do that a lot, like, and a part of that is also just my ego. So learning to still like intertwine my ego with my highest self, like bring them together. I'm not trying to shut my ego down. I'm not trying to get rid of my ego or get rid of my shadows. I'm trying to combine it, bring it all into harmony and stuff, so there's, you know, a balance. But yeah, if you have been feeling those things, like, don't try to suppress your feelings, you know, like, and know that you are not alone in this journey. Like, there's a lot of people, whether they speak on it or not, feeling the same ways. And yeah, like I always say, like, we're all a lot more similar than we think. We have a lot more similar stories than we think. We're just playing different parts of the story sometimes. Just, we are all each other in different realities. We are all a bunch of little freaking universes within the multiverse. It's a lot. But yeah, and it's good to, you know, stay positive and always remember to speak love and life into yourself and stuff. But like I always say, though, we really do have to allow ourselves to feel those feelings, not just brush them off, you know, because like I said, it's just going to manifest in another way. And even if it doesn't in that moment, it's going to, you know, like, you're just bottling it all up for it to explode eventually. But yeah, let yourself feel all of your feelings, all of your emotions, and know that you're not too sensitive. Like, and most of the people that were called like too sensitive, you are clairsentient. You feel things on a whole ass different level. Like, we feel very deeply, and it's a gift. It really is a gift. Like, things that we think are our flaws are truly gifts. It helps you have compassion. It helps you relate to people. It helps you feel what they're feeling, so you can be able to like give insight or just be that person, you know, to hold space and stuff like that. And with that being said too, learning to not absorb other people's energies is very important, and something I'm still learning how to do, because I never want to not feel other people's energies, because it gives me insight. It helps me help them. 1212 helps me help them, and it helps me understand them and stuff like that, and relate to them so I can help them deeper. But what I am learning to is not to take it with me, you know, like, I want to feel it so I can, you know, understand, get my intuition, get my insight and stuff like that going and all that stuff, but not absorbing it. And a really great way to do, like, to clear that is with water. And I freaking love water, which is like why I love when it's hot, so I can be, you know, swimming and shit. But I like to cleanse in the shower and stuff too, to let go of that energy. But, you know, I have to stay consistent with that, and yeah, really learn to not absorb it and pay attention to like what feelings are mine, what feelings are not mine. That's also why I do love to do the Reiki too, because I can feel a lot more while I'm doing the Reiki, like what somebody else is feeling, or how they're, like, what they're thinking and stuff like that. So yeah, I once again went on a bit of a rant, but I'm excited, you know, for the journey. And I'm learning also to like be even more present. And it's good to think about your future, to manifest your future and stuff like that too, but embracing where you're at now in the journey, you know, embracing these parts and stuff like that. But yeah, I love you guys, and I trust whoever needs to hear this will hear it. I'll see you later.